Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest, and today I'm checking out from Dior the Forever Hydra Nude Foundation. I've got this in shade 1N. They have 18 different shades. This retails for $57 for 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters of product. Let's see how they describe this. Dior Forever Hydra Nude Foundation is where makeup meets skincare. Oh, here we go again. Infused with hyaluronic acid for 48-hour hydration, it delivers medium around-the-clock coverage with a flawless, invisible finish. Now, I think that's the only real skincare ingredient in here, so that's all right. I'm okay with that. That's just hydration. That's kind of like not even skincare. That's just skin health. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Looking at the ingredients here, there are some floral and natural extracts if you're sensitive to that. Dior's always very heavily fragranced. Their synthetic fragrance is listed above the ethyl hexyl glycerin, which is a preservative, and typically the preservative line is like the 1% line in your ingredient list. In most cases, at least with ethyl hexaglycerin, it would be around 1%. So having fragrance above that, everything in your ingredient list above the 1% line has to be in order of concentration in the product, and then after 1%, they don't have to be in order. So fragrance is above that, which is a pretty high fragrance concentration. Just to give you a ballpark idea, a lot of people use 1% as their baseline for adding a fragrance to like a body care product, like a lotion or a body butter. 1% in a facial product seems like a whole lot to me. And personally, my lotions and body butters, I think 1% is way too strong. So I sent mine at 0.5% fragrance. But anyway, yeah, that's a pretty typical of the high-end brands with their signature scents. I'm not sure how much of the fragrance will come from the fragrance and how much will be all these natural extracts, or if it's a combination of them. But at any rate, this looks like a hydrating formula. Actually, not a ton, like dimethicone's not one of the top ingredients, so just giving a quick skim. It's not to say there aren't any silicones in here, but it's not a heavily silicone-based foundation. The top few things are very, very hydrating. Caprylic capric triglyceride, propanediol, glycerin. So let's take a look at shade 1N, swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. First up is today's foundation from Dior, the Forever Hydra Nude Foundation in shade 1N. Second, I've got from Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Third up is MAC Studio Sculpt in NW15. And last, I've got from Wet n Wild, the Tinted Hydrator in Fair. I've already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 50-year-old face. I have primed with the Aldi dupe of the vitamin-enriched face base. Yes, it's heavily fragranced, but so is the Bobbi Brown. So, to my nose, they smell identical. Like these, it's one of the most similar dupes I've ever seen, from the ingredient list all the way through to the performance of it. So I'm enjoying it. If you got yourself some, bravo. It was in the Isle of Shame a couple of weeks back. You probably won't see it again for another year, till whenever they bring it back, if they even bring it back. But I love it, so I'm wearing it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm very excited. This has nothing to do with anything, but I am going to try out today. Remember when Jones Road had their holiday bundle and they had a really, really good gel eyeliner pot in there? They've launched it. Like, they brought it back, and it's a thing now. Like, it's I think a permanent product. Thank you, Jones Road, for sending me some. They've got black and brown and navy and violet. I'm going to play with violet today. So that's going to be fun. I'm kind of mentally picturing my eye look around that, but let's get back to foundation. I'm also wearing my lip treatment, my smoothing lip treatment that I make myself. that sinks in by the time I'm done with my makeup and it's ready to go for whatever I want to put on my lips, I am going to go in on one side of my face with a damp sponge. The other side, I will use my Artis Oval 7 brush. It's very dense. I love this brush. I know it looks like I'm putting makeup on with a spoon. I'm not putting makeup on with a spoon. It's my Artis. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at the Artis website. They were all the rage a few years back, several years back. All the influencers were using them. I'm sure they all got sent them. I didn't get sent mine. I bought mine myself because I'm a micro influencer. If you follow the terminology in the marketing world. All right, let's shake this puppy up. Let's see how she goes. I really like that Dior's pumps don't give you too much product. I can't stand when you pump out and then you've got just way too much product. It's wasteful. You go through it faster. You get better bang for your buck when you can control. Like, that's one pump. Nice little bit. So you have total control and less waste. Because you know we don't want to waste it when it's this expensive. Did I say it's $57, I think was the price? I feel like I missed something in my intro, but I don't know what it was. $57. Yeah. You don't want to waste it. All right, let's get in here. Now, I got shade 1. I usually go back and forth between 1 and 1.5 in Dior, but when I purchased this, 1.5 was sold out. So I went with 1, which is more my winter shade, which is appropriate because it's winter and it's very cold. We're actually going to have a little bit of a break from our cold snap that we've had. It's going to be 44 degrees today. Yeah, this is very heavily fragranced. It's floral. It's fine. I wish there was no fragrance in my facial products, but it is what it is. Pretty light coverage with the sponge, but there is a little bit of redness correction. We'll see if we can build it up a little, as you know I always do. Please don't mind the hair. I did not feel like washing it today, so pigtails it is. I am just doing some work. I gotta run out to the store today. I'll be on the computer most of the day. Speaking of the computer, big news. My master list, which, gosh, if you've started following me in the last year and a half, you might not even know about my foundation master list because it hadn't been updated for some time. I had taken a break from updating it because I was actually updating the app that runs it, like the back end of it, and I had some features planned. Well, the features are not done yet, but I did update the entire spreadsheet. Since I last updated it, I filmed and posted 78 foundation reviews. So I went through, reviewed all of those videos, entered all the data. It is back up and running. You can find it on geekoutofwater.com, or if you want to go straight to it, and I will link it down below. It's foundationfest.softer, S-O-F-T-R, no E, .app, and yeah, so it's back. If you've been missing it, you can search all of my foundation reviews, see all the data and the grades, and click through to read more about them and all the details. I have links to the videos in there. I have links to go buy it if you want to check out the specifications on the retail side of things. Yeah, so it's back. I would say you're welcome, but I really should just say I'm sorry that it took so long. I do have more features planned. I'm feeling a cat hair. I have more features planned, such as things like photos of swatches, and the platform that I moved it into will give me that option. It's going to take me some time, but I got the updates up. All right, let's take a look at this foundation and see where we're at. Yes, there is definitely more coverage with the brush. Just a smidge. I'd still call it light coverage. Cat hair on my face. Stuck to my face. Okay, now it's gone. I'm going to try and build up the other side with what I got left over here just a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit under my eyes to use this as concealer. It does seem like it's emollient enough that I can get away with using it as concealer. I might need just a smidge more product. Let's see where we're at here. Get the blue blood vessel covered up. Get the under eyes. That's my screaming blue blood vessel that likes to just stick out of my face. Cover my sunspots. See if we have a little bit of buildability here. Yeah, they're hiding. They're going away. Fix the uneven forehead just a smidge. I do want just a tiny bit more because I need a little. I'm doing like a quarter pump, like just a dab. A little bit more on my chin. I need to get my nostrils. Again, I don't know why I bother, because you know I'm going to blow my nose like 10 minutes from now. Get the nostrils and even out the forehead just a little more. All right. Here we go. We are cooking with gas. This is pretty. It is fragranced, but it's not as strong as some. Some are just like make your eyes water and you can taste it, and like this isn't that heavily fragranced. It's heavily fragranced, don't get me wrong, but I don't taste it. So there's that. All right, actually this shade is looking good for me right now. I feel like this is my shade at this point in the year. Ooh, it's so cold, it's so cold. All right, let's get a good look at this one. Not as dewy as I expected for being the Hydra version, but it does have a dewy reflect to it, so we do have some reflect. Let me zoom you guys in. Let's get up close. It's not doing anything funky right off the bat. There's nothing weird happening on my nose, which is where I look first. There's nothing settling into lines, my smile lines, my forehead lines. It really is kind of a natural skin finish. Like I feel like I can't really see the product on my face, yet I'm getting the coverage, which is nice. I'd call this light medium, so like we're not at a, mid medium or pushing full. We're light medium. We got some good coverage. Even out, nice blank slates. Redness is mostly gone. Sunspots mostly gone, except for the redness of my little dermatitis of my eye because I'm stubborn and I keep using my micellar water even though I know it irritates my skin. But it irritated it so bad this time. I think I have learned my lesson. I'm going to lay off the micellar water. I know. It's just laziness, really. It's just laziness. It's a combination of makeup wipes and micellar water, and I need to just stop. I just need to stop with all that. Right, Ziva? Am I just being lazy? I'm just being lazy. I'm just being lazy. That's it. That's all there is to it. All right. I think we're looking good. Let's check the time. It's pretty late. It's 2:55, almost 3. I'm going to go to CVS. I'm going to do some things. Let me put the rest of my face on because I can't do anything till I finish that, and I'll be right back. Back with the Dior Hydra Nude. No problems, no issues, everything's lovely. Did not have to set with powder, which I generally don't do anyway. That's kind of a rescue situation. So yeah, the finish looks nice. Let's talk about what's on my face. I used a little eyeshadow from the Alter Ego Mist Haven palette specifically. I only used one color today. This one right here. And then I used the Jones Road gel liner in Violet. With my hooded lids, I have to do like the whale tail kind of a wing, so that when my eyes are open, it's a sort of a wing, and when they're closed, it's kind of an interesting shape. But it's all good, and we will see how this gel liner performs this heavily applied on me, because if you see when I relax my eyelids or my eyebrows, the hoods of my lids are touching where the eyeliner touches. So we'll see if it transfers. Hopefully not. Mascara is the Paradise Big Deal from L'Oreal. I am wearing, for the first time, from Impress, the Easy Tab. I only use the outer lashes, but these are kind of a cool concept. This little plastic tab, because I didn't put the inner ones on, it comes with a tab attached to use as your applicator, but like all false lashes I find, the problem is, you know, you press them on, it's nice and easy to get them in the right spot, but when you try to pull away, they're stuck too hard to the tab. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like pull the lashes kind of off the tab and put them back on gently so that when I pressed them against my eyelashes, I could get it to remove and leave the lash behind. So it took more work than it implies. Honestly, I think the ones with the glue and the applicator tend to be easier than these no glue ones. They're trying so hard to make these no glue options easy to use, but they got to find a better way to make it removable from the backing, you know? It's a good idea. It turned out fine, but yeah, we'll see. Because this one I had to do a couple of times, and I wonder if I wore out the adhesive before, you know, like if it's just going to weaken because I wore it out from removing and putting them on and removing, putting them on, removing, putting them on. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. If taking them off and putting them on before you put them on your eyes works, then I would say these are good. Easy. I just wish they didn't have such a strong adhesive to hold it on the tab. Anyway, bronzer is What's a Beauty, Cheek Terre. My blush is the Polite Society. These are their new, what do they call it? Where's the words? Powder blush stick. So it's a stick format, but it's not a cream, it's a powder. It blends like a powder, it wears like a powder, it looks like a powder. End of the day, it still looks like a powder, so I am digging the heck out of this formula. This is the, what color? Miami is the one that I am wearing today. And my lip is also Polite Society, but their shimmer shade of their Polite Pout Glossy Lip Balm. This is the Peach Bellini. I gotta tell you, these are the most delicious lip glosses I've ever used. Like, I don't even like peach, and I think this tastes delicious. So, not that I'm eating it, but you know how you can just kind of taste it a little bit? Yeah, they're not like plumping, burning, stinging, nothing like that. It's just a glossy balm for the lips. Brows are Maybelline Super Lock, and I think that's everything. So yeah, this is what we're doing today. Gonna do some work on the computer, got a couple orders to fill, pack up, and I'm gonna go to CVS, I think. And yeah, I'll take you on a daylight check-in in a bit, and I'll come back tonight, give you guys my final thoughts. Hey guys, last of the daylight here. It's about 5:30, and here's where we're at. I'll get my bird feeder, set that down so I can show you the shade match. Nothing out of the ordinary just yet. Not that I'm expecting anything out of the ordinary. Looking good so far. Snow is melting. I'll be back. 11:20 p.m. What are we, around the 8-hour mark? Math is tough. I think it was almost 3 when we started. Something like that. Let's take a look at how the Dior Forever Hydra Nude, there's been so many Hydras lately, held up. Pretty well, I would say. I'd say it still actually has a few hours left in it, so that's good. You know I like a long wear. I don't touch up throughout the day, so it's kind of like, this is it. This is my face until the end. So good on the wear time. Just a smidge less hydrating than I expected, but I'm in a very dry skin mode right now. It's the dead of winter. It's been insanely cold here, so I'm not surprised. I'd call it slightly hydrating. I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm starting to see where my skin's getting dehydrated. It doesn't feel dehydrated, but I can see it. It's like the step before it gets dehydrated. So that's that. Let me zoom you guys in and we'll get a good look at this one. Of course, blew my nose, so ignore the missing product. I realized today that missing product on my upper lip is also part of blowing my nose. So yeah, that I don't know why I didn't realize that sooner. Blush and bronzer are still intact. Very much enjoying this powder stick blush from Polite Society. Still looks nice and smooth on pores and texture, which is a really nice feature of a Hydra dewy style foundation. It's not moving around. It didn't settle into lines. It didn't cling to anything. It just still looks quite nice. That's all we're asking for, really. Dry and maturing skin, I want not to be dried out by the end of the day. I don't want any kind of accentuation of dryness, dehydration. I don't want anything settling in the lines or accentuating them. I don't want anything that makes my texture look more visible. That's kind of what my grading system is based on. And I want it to live up to the claims it made. So if it made any specific claims, those need to remain true. So if I had to give a grade to the Dior Forever Hydra Nude, dramatic pause. Not at all surprising. It's an A. I have really good luck with Dior foundations. My skin likes them. And yeah, bravo. Happy day. I feel like we've had some good ones lately. We've had like some really good ones and some bad ones. But, you know, I'll take some really good ones. I will endure some bad ones if it's going to come out with more A's. As long as we have more A's than F's, we are in a good place. Also, update on the Jones Road gel liner. Nothing transferred. Nothing transferred at all. And I laid it on pretty thick. There's a lot of eyeliner on these eyes right now. Not even a little bit of transfer. Nothing transferred. I'm kind of shocked because not that Jones Road couldn't handle the task, but I think many eyeliners would struggle to handle this task. I fully expected to have transfer issues to talk about tonight. No. Oh, that's amazing. I wish I could use something like this on my waterline because that would be amazing. Also, even with the struggle of putting on the lash wispies, they stayed put. And forgot I was wearing them. Actually, I'm kind of feeling like I should pull them off to make sure they're still there. Are they still there? Yeah, they're still there. I'll pull this one off. There it is. I'll pull this one up. Yep, that. So, okay. I think maybe next time when I apply them, I will just be a little more careful to take the lash off and get it unstuck first. I want to show you the really cool little crisscross style. These are the classy natural ones. I like them. I like them a lot. I think with a little practice, they will be good. I just saw at CVS today. I should have brought you guys along with me. Kiss now has an Impress lash trial kit where it's got several of their different kinds of lashes all in one little package so you can try them all out. I thought that was pretty cool because I've been trying them all out anyway. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna say these Easy Tab. I'll buy another pair of them. I'll buy another pair. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy about that eyeliner. That just gives me joy. All right. I think that's all the updates I got for you. There you have it. Another episode of Foundation Fest is in the books. If you like foundation reviews, if you had fun with this one, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments. What do you want to see next? I keep a running list. I buy stuff whenever I can. Hit me up on Patreon. I post all the behind the scenes and all the like sneak peeks over there. There is a free tier. I know I mentioned the paid tiers getting first access to some things, but I post free stuff too, so you don't have to spend money to follow me over there. And I think that's all the updates. You got anything, Ziva? Oh, that's not Ziva. It's Charlie. I really thought Ziva was in here. I don't know where she is. I don't know what Charlie's looking at. What are you looking at, Charlie? She's looking at the lights like, it's so bright. It's Charlie the kitten, but she's not really a kitten anymore because she's like 2.5 years old. But yeah, she does like to watch paper come out of the printer. There you have it. As always, I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.